Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live on Wednesday morning. December 1. I knew that already, but it didn't hit me yet. So you can find me every Wednesday morning at 10:30 Eastern Time on my Facebook business page, or you can find me anytime on my website at dazzledbystamping.com. So if you end up watching this like on YouTube or on my blog or something like that, obviously it's a replay. But I'm live every Wednesday morning. So so let me know if you are here with me, and while you do that, I'm going to pull me up on the computer so that I can see comments better, or so that I know I can see comments, because sometimes I see them on my phone and sometimes I don't, and I can't see them on my phone when I have it down doing my crafting. So, hi Lenny, I am having a great day. How about you? Janet, I miss your face too. Oh, I miss you. Are you going to be coming to a club anytime soon or anything like that? I miss seeing you. I hope your job is still going well and you're getting used to the schedule and whatever. Uh-oh. Why are you in the waiting room at the hospital? But you're welcome for filling your time. I don't remember hearing about something that you were going to be doing. Hi, I have two Jamies on today. That often happens. I have Jamie's and Marlene's and Marsha's, and I love having you all. But then sometimes my mind has to think especially hard. Oh, and then there's the Dina and Deanna. Okay, so today is December 1. And so we have a couple things going on right now. Our starter kit promotion, I have no idea. Oh, you got promoted. Awesome. I barely saw it go by. Just working like crazy. All right, well, hopefully you have Saturdays off once in a while. I'm working on my Hostess Appreciation Party, so I'm hoping that you can get it off. It's either going to be the 8th or the 15th of January. Yeah, I'm still trying to nail that down. So let's see. Okay, so our starter kit promotion is done, but you still obviously, hi Marlene, you still obviously can join my team anytime. I love that. I love adding to my team. I love my team. We have fun together, we learn together, and we support each other. I love it. So you can join anytime. What we do have promotion-wise going on right now is Stampin' Up! Published the, I'll say retired list. They call it last chance list for the mini catalog. I'll call it the holiday mini catalog. So anything that is not going to be carried forward in there is on the list. Actually, the list that I ended up posting, it shows some things that are carrying forward, but like not until the next mini catalog, like the holiday catalog. So pay attention to that. There's another demonstrator on the leaders board that makes those look all nice and more easily understandable and easier to read, and I don't even bother posting them till she's done it. She's amazing and I'm thankful for her. Okay, so that's one thing that's going on. There are select items that are up to 50% off, so keep that in mind. Also, the clearance rack was refreshed today, so there's lots of clearance rack items, unless everybody's bought them already. That happens pretty quickly sometimes. And as a demonstrator, we got to pre-order stuff from the upcoming mini catalog. It's so much fun having that excitement, and we get the sneak peeks, and you know, we get to play with stuff early. Seems like I usually don't play with tons of stuff early because I'm always getting ready or trying to finish out the last thing that I'm doing. But I will be setting or participating in swaps. So anyway, so that's what's going on right now. Oh, and this Saturday we're having a Christmas party / ornament exchange. I don't know how many years. I might have had it in my event. I don't know how many years it's been going on. We didn't do it last year, but you just have to make one ornament and bring a dish to pass, and we have fun. This year we're doing it on a Saturday morning. We've been doing it on a Friday evening until this year, and some of the people that I know like to come don't like driving in the dark, so we changed it up. So anyway, so I'm gonna get stamping with you, and oh no, not yet. I have to do my randomizer. So in case you're new to me or haven't watched me in a while, every time when I'm live, the projects that I make I give away. So you can be entered into my drawing. I call it my randomizer because I go to some website, put the names in, and then hit the spin button or start or something like that, and it rolls through all the names. So the way that you get entered for that is by sharing this video on your in your news feed, and then come back and tell me in this post, comment in this post that you shared, because the settings are funny. I can't always tell who shares unless you tell me, so make sure that you do that. Okay, so I have my randomizer loaded. I always forget to check something before I get started, or before I come back here. Hi, Terry. And I'm starting it right now. It's rushing through the names, and I need to find a pen. Just a sec. Ooh, Genie Dalman. I don't know that I have your address, and I think this is the first time you've won. Otherwise, I would have your address. Congratulations, Genie. And I hope I said your last name right. So make sure that you message me your address, please, so I can get you one of the projects. I think they were both, oh yeah, they were cards last week. It was the penguin and turtle last week. So congratulations to Genie. We're starting a new name, and start. Marilyn, Otte, congratulations. I think you won again recently, and I still haven't sent stuff out. I already had to swap out Halloween stuff for some people. I might have to. I don't remember if I still have Thanksgiving type stuff here for others or not. I might have to swap that out. Yikes. Okay. Yes, congratulations, ladies. Okay, so now I'm going to do more stamping. So if you've been to club, you've sort of seen these projects. The first one I'm totally doing the way that we already did it. The other one I'm changing it up. So there's a, are we calling it a suite? It's a collection of products. Hi, Dina. There's a collection of products called Eden's Garden, and it's really pretty. And you're welcome, Marilyn. Good timing. It's really pretty, and it looks sort of Christmassy, except that the words aren't Christmassy in this set. So I'm changing up the words that we're going to use, and I'm totally going to make it Christmassy looking. And honestly, I cased this project from someone else. Susan Campfield? Ooh, I don't remember. I don't remember her name, her last name. Campfield, maybe. Anyway, I loved her project. I added a little bit to it, and made it my own. Thanks for sharing already. Okay, so the products that are in this collection, there's the stamp set, and there's dies, and there's some missing here that I'm going to be using. I'll show you shortly. There's some cotton paper and designer paper. The colors are all like mostly evergreen, evening evergreen, soft succulent, and white, and then also gold. All of them have gold accents on one side of the designer paper. So here's some of the papers. And then here's the cotton paper. It sort of reminds me of, there's 5 sheets of each of the 2 colors. It sort of reminds me of the old mulberry paper that we had. And it's just sort of fun to play with. And then, oh, and then there's gems. Do I have the gems sitting here? I'm not using the gems today, but I think they're here. Okay. Here they are. So they're the soft succulent, and then these are supposed to be cherry cobbler, but you have to tip them just right in the light to see that there's some cherry cobbler in there. They look like the evening evergreen. I don't know, they're kind of different. They're kind of cool. So the gems, designer paper, and cotton paper are all going to be gone after this early release is done. It is available through January 3. And then the bundle itself will still be in the next mini catalog that we can pre-order from right now. And you'll be able to order from January 4. So I'm going to put you down and I'm going to work with that set, and then I have another completely different project that I'm doing after that. So I'm sorry, I did shop for my gooseneck thing. What do you call it? Gooseneck phone holder for doing my videos. But I'm cheap and I don't have Prime, and I was trying to make sure that I had $25 in my shopping cart so I get free shipping, and I just haven't closed out my order yet. So it's in process, whatever. So I need to put, oh, I gotta do my settings first. Okay, sorry to shake you. My magic wand, I'm gonna backwards you up. Oh, I need the light still. That was the wrong one. Upside down you, and then I'm gonna put you down. So we'll see if I can do this. Get a good angle. Alright, I know that is really close. It sort of bugs me. Ooh, that's even closer. I'm so sorry. Trying to get a good thing. It's just gonna be close this way. I'm sorry. I can't even see it. Okay. Alright, so sorry for high maintenance today. Okay, so I'm going to do my stamping first. So I'm using a piece of basic white, and I'm using this great big stamp of, it seems like it's mostly leaves, but it could be like flower buds. I'm not really sure. It's all going to be green, so we're going to go with leaves. Thanks for sharing, Marilyn. Okay, so we're going to ink this up. Am I even on camera here? It's so close, I'm not even on camera. Okay, so one little bit of warning. This is completely inked well, even though it looks like it's not. It doesn't say on the stamp case that it's distinctive, but it clearly is, because it's got so much texture in the red rubber that it can make shading. Well, I'll show you on this case again. It can make shading with the same ink pad. So anyway, so it looks like this when you have it inked just fine. I would go all over your ink pad though to make sure that you're not getting dry spots on it or whatever. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp it right here in the middle. Perfection. Okay, then I'm done with this ink pad actually. Just trying to, oh, I gotta get my silicone mat. Otherwise Dina will give me a hard time. I love to tease you, Dina. I can't find it. Where'd it go? I had two of them and now they disappeared. Just a second. They slid off a spot where they were at. Okay, so I'm going to put this right on, just seeing if I'm on camera. I'm going to put this right on my layer of Evening Evergreen. As you probably remember, I like a really tiny border. See how small that border is? That's the way I like it quite often. Okay, so I have this. Then I'm going to sort of build my card before I finish this part. So I have my white card base here. And I have, this is, I've been just loving this Time Worn Type embossing folder. It's a 3D one. And so I did it with white. So it's going to be white on white. It might be hard to see on camera. I forgot about that part. I'm sorry. But in person, it looks amazing. So I'm not going to press hard. And then I don't have to worry about getting rid of all the texture that I have here. But I am going to make sure that it go all the way around the outside edges because of the texture. And, oops, do I have it? Is it upside down? No. I couldn't read it for a sec, so I thought it was upside down. Okay, so this is just going on here. All right, and then this is a piece of the cotton paper. It's definitely thicker than tissue paper. It's not quite as, well, not nearly as fibrous as the mulberry paper. But what I'm going to do is shock you, and I'm just going to crinkle it all up. I like the shock factor. I barely warn my customers when they're here with me. They're like, what in the world are you doing? Okay, so I want there to be texture. So I'm going to open it back up. But I don't want it completely flat. I crinkled it for a reason. Thank you for sharing, Terry. Okay, so I like this texture. Now I want to make it sort of a feathery kind of edge. Two sides are going to be way too straight, and it's just probably because I'm tearing with the green. And then two sides are going to be the way that I want it to be. Oh, and I started on the side that's going to tear not very, I'll show you in a sec. It's going to tear it pretty straight. I can't get too much going there because it's just with the green. Now this way, I need to keep my fingers close together. Am I in camera to do it? Need to keep my fingers close together. And then I can sort of go back and forth and weave and whatever to get this, this edge that is just sort of funky. And then this one's going to be straight again because, again, I'm with the green. Like, it's hard to try to get it off track. Okay, and then this one again. So some people are sort of scared of tearing, or maybe you don't even like the feathered or torn edge, but I like it once in a while. And you shouldn't be scared of it. Keep your fingers close together, and then you will be fine. Okay, so I'm going to put this down on my paper here. I feel like this is too far out. I want some of this off. That's better. Okay, I'm going to put this down. And actually, I'm just going to put a couple little strips right in the middle. And I'm going to tilt it. Now, my layer on top is going to hold this in place. All this stuff, it's okay like this. It's mostly going to be covered. I'm going to put this aside for right now, and I'm going to work on this. So, actually, before I do, I'm going to put tear and tape on. So, we're going to be putting this down, and I want tear and tape along the whole, all 4 edges of it. Again, I'm holding down my cotton paper. I'm sorry, I'm getting off camera. Holding down my cotton paper is what it's going to do. Okay, now I don't want to take the backing off yet because I'm going to deal with the front. Now, what I want to do to this, what I want to do to this to make it Christmassy is I'm going to make a spray on here and add some gold. So the first thing that I'm going to do, these are 2 dies that weren't, they weren't on the package that I showed you. This is a leafy sort of one. And then this one is definitely a frame that looks like leaves or berries or whatever. And I use this with gold. I just did 1 strip of this is all that I needed. And we're going to use this strip that came from here to make 2 different sprays. And this actually has 2 layers of, I need my take your pick tool. 2 layers of designer paper in here. I'm not going to worry about what's left in there. All right. So here are my 2 leaves. So I'm going to use these pieces. Just a sec. It's bugging me not being able to see this very well. Okay, so I'm going to use these pieces to make a spray. So on the gold one, I actually remembered to put tear and tape on, no, not tear and tape, adhesive sheets on the back. So that it will, I can just stick it right down to my project. So what I'm going to do is I'm using my paper snips and I'm just sort of rounding out any thing here that I don't want sticking out. This is just supposed to look nice and there we go. Okay. It's supposed to look like it was cut out like that. And so then this one, I'm actually gonna cut off, I guess I'll cut off here. So I don't want there to be any corners and whatever. Okay, so this idea is totally Susan, I don't remember her name. She's a big demonstrator, and I saw a sample of hers that I loved. This was totally her idea, or what I thought she did on her card to get this idea. I'm not sure. I didn't look at the instructions. I looked at the project. So we're going to put this on here. So we have 1 spray coming out here. Yes, the paper, sorry, I forgot to mention that. The paper that I used for the other leaves, not this gold, these are just gold foil sheets, by the way. The paper that I used for the other is designer paper that's from this collection. I'll show you. So because it's designer paper and not cardstock, I wanted two because I'm making a spray on both sides. So I could put two little layers together and run it through with the dye, and it sort of embeds them in each other, but you can get them apart. But anyway, yes, this is designer paper. I've used a couple different, I wanted the darker colors, so yes, I did that. Okay, so now I have this backing off. So this yucky end I'm putting in the middle. It will be covered up. But I want the other end out. Okay, and then these leaves I did not do because we had a bigger, well, it was something that I was having my my customers do when they were here, and I just didn't want to use a whole bunch of adhesive sheets, so we just put a little bit of adhesive down in the center here to press it onto there. Okay, so here's my spray, and now we're going to put our greeting on top of it. So I'm actually punching first. So I'm using the, I didn't want one of the dies has sort of a greeting area. I didn't want that for this. I just wanted a simple punch. So I'm using this bottom oval, and I'm punching out the oval. Whenever I have a double punch like this, or a builder punch or whatever, I try to use strips rather than a whole piece, because it's easier to punch through if I don't have this whole piece coming here. Plus I'm not wasting as much cardstock. So that's just a quick tip for, especially if you have a hard time, like the punches can be pretty hard to punch. What's the word? I can't think of the word. Anyway, so that's just something that I do, so I'm not cutting into all sorts of cardstock, and it's just easier to punch through. Because more points that you're going through, oops, I don't want this. I was opening my evening evergreen, but I want black. So I'm using black stays on. Yeah, squeeze, sure, that'll work. Thanks, Dina. Okay, now, I forgot to show you. The set that I'm using for this green, for the greetings here, this is called Heartfelt Wishes. I'm not sure I can get it all in here. So what I'm doing, this is just sort of, it's sort of fancy like the stamp set, and I'm using, where did they go? I'm using 3 stamps. So on the front, I'm using To You and Yours. So I'm going to ink that up in black, stays on. I'm going to stamp that here. All right, and while I have this still open, where'd my card base go? I lost, oh, it's under here. While I have this open, I'm going to do this one too. So on the outside, I have To You and Yours. On the inside, I'm stamping This Wondrous Season. Let's see if I can get it in camera. This Wondrous Season. And then I'm also doing this Merry Christmas. I have this mounted on my H block. H is one of my favorite sizes that I use. But it's longer than the H block, this Merry Christmas is. But it's, I just realized I cut this different than the last one that I did. I had it cut so that it was long way, so I'm going to be going onto the edge of this. So when I ink it up, I should do this. When I ink it up, I'm going to go back and forth to make sure that I'm getting it, but also I'm going to need to sort of hold this down to make sure it's getting inked. And I might need to press it on here for it to show. Now, when I had done it before, it was, I didn't have this edge here because it was, I had scored it at 4 1/4 instead of 5 1/2. All right, so now I need my marker because now this is being weird. All right. So I'm just going to extend this line. So if you want this saying on a portrait card, make sure that you scored it 5.5 so it's a nice long one, and then it will be short this way and you won't be drawing on here. There we go, good as new. Okay, so here's my inside. All right, now I'm going to put this down before I put my my greeting on here, because I am using dimensionals and it'll just be easier to put this down together. So I'm peeling off my tear and tape from here. Okay, so I want my spray side to side. And it's going to go on here. So it's kind of just holding in the corners, but you're holding down all of the cotton paper here. Okay, now I'm putting my greeting on here with some dimensionals. And since it's here, I'm just going to use this strip since we're close to the end. Okay, so we're going to put to you and yours right in the center. And then one last final touch. I have to find them. Oh, were they something that fell? They were. I heard something fall, but I didn't think that it mattered. So I'm using metallic pearls. And I'm just going to run them off. Put one here. Got stuck here. Oops. There we go. So I made a Christmas card out of the Eden's Garden. So the stamp set that the other stamp set that I use is Heartfelt Wishes. Okay, so I'm done with this card for now. Okay, oops, I didn't close my ink pad. Thank you, I'm glad that you like it. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm making a gift card holder, and I'm actually using stuff from all over the place for this one. I just stacked everything on top of what I need. All right, I have a couple, thank you. I'm glad that you like the card. I have a couple tricks to tell you about for this. So I'm using the Whimsy and Wonder designer paper, and I'm using the pillow box dies. So this is the main die to make the pillow box, and then this is like, these are tags. And then this is for some design. I'm going to show you how the pillow box is supposed to look. So this is the pillow box made sort of as it was designed. So you can open up the ends, and you need to do a little extra work to be able to get this design on here. We use designer paper for this. This was one of our pillow gifts for a retreat. So I'm going to use this to make a gift card holder, and it's I'm casing the idea from somebody that I got a swap from. So we're going to actually make this flat. So first of all, I'm going to Just a sec. I need to get to my bone folder. Okay, so we're gonna flatten this, and then I'm gonna take a gift card and I'm gonna put it in here so that I know I have enough room. This line, you know how the dies they'll give you a score line. This score line is just a little bit too low for using it as a gift card, so I'm gonna make a new one. So I'm putting this in here, folding it over, and then oops, I turned it a little bit. Okay, so this will close on a gift card. You can use this is not full. I saved these so that I can use them for things and show them for things. Okay, so we're going to staple the end, actually, because we need the gift card not to fall out. That would be a good thing. And then we're going to make a belly band to cover that. So first I'm just going to wrap it. Ooh, I almost didn't cut it long enough. I remembered not quite so well. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that it comes out rather than comes in. Give it a little extra room. Okay, and then I need some tear and tape because I'm actually going to just stick this down. The last one that I made, it didn't stick well, and I made it too loose, so it didn't just stay. So whoever I was making it with was like, just attach it, and it made sense. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so just a little bit of tear and tape on the back inside, and then on an end inside. So I'm going to lay this here. Put down one end, put down the other end that has tear and tape on it. Okay, so here's sort of the start of it. Now I have this, one of the colors in here is Blushing Bride, so I used this die that's part of the Pillow Gifts in Blushing Bride to go with our designer paper that we're using. And I'm going to put tear and tape at the very top of this one in the back. Oh, and before I forget, I've forgotten every other time, I'm going to put some adhesive right along the middle and the front because I want some pretty ribbon down here. So I'm going to put it right on here. Okay, so I have ribbon down, totally for decoration. Now this, I'm going to take the backing off, and I'm going to put this right on here, and I want to make sure that it is on the top, but also I need it to be long enough on the bottom, because I'm going to secure it with a Velcro dot button. So I have one here. I'm going to put it on the bottom here. Attach it to here. And then it will keep it closed. Okay, so now I still need to finish the front. So, on here. All right, so I'm going to do, this time I'm using a greeting from the Peaceful Cabin. I just wanted a simple for you. So it can be for birthday or Christmas or whatever you want it to be. Oh, I don't want black. I want Misty Moonlight because that is a color in here. And I forgot I'm using the same punch again. I'm using this oval punch, double oval punch. And I'm inking up, oops, inking up for you. And then I'm also going to, there's something that I used that I'll show you in a minute. I'm using snowflakes and dies from the Snowflake Wishes stamp set in dies. I would say bundle, but I don't think it's bundled anymore. So I'm going to use Blushing Bride with some tiny little snowflakes on here. I'm going to turn around and get some more. So this time, I'm not using dimensionals. I'm just making this flat because we already used this Velcro button sort of makes it go higher, makes it taller. Okay, now there's one last thing that I want to do, sort of going along with this this suite or this designer paper. I wanted to use those Iridescent Snowflakes, but they're way too big. In fact, let me grab them. They're way too big. It's like the size of the gift card holder. But I can't believe I didn't think of this before. Because I've pitched plenty of these. But look, there's room in here. There's room for little snowflakes in here, and even some bigger ones. So I used my dies from that suite or that bundle, and I used that iridescent paper and made some more. Why is it doing that? My computer keeps trying to be quiet. It keeps blanking away. Okay, so unfortunately I didn't think to put adhesive sheets on the back of this one, so I'm going to be using some glue dots to put these down. Oops. Just going to pick it up and put it where it needs to be. Because it certainly doesn't want to stay. Oh, hey, one more tip about these snowflakes. I don't know if you noticed in the catalog, but there's some samples, like, I think there's blue snowflakes or something like that. Or maybe they're soft seafoam. I don't remember. But one side is the iridescent, shiny sort of stuff, and the other side is white. So you could actually ink up the snowflake on the back side if you wanted it a certain color. Okay, so there's that one. I'm going to put them both on that side. Then I'm going to put a big rhinestone in the center of this one because it's got a bigger opening. It's the smaller snowflake, but it has a bigger spot for me to put it. And I'm going to put a tiny one in the middle of the big one. And then I'm just going to put another one over here. There. There's my gift card holder. Okay, so I know, I can't believe I threw my stuff away already. I could have used it for a bunch of them. Okay, so now I'm going to put you up and show you some other, I have more gift card holders that I can show you. Okay, so I'm first putting you up so that I can see this. I'm gonna upside down you, put you back, put you on backwards, and I have to lift you up. I'm so sorry for this high maintenance stuff. That's really annoying. There, okay. Okay, thank you. I'm glad that you like projects. Okay, so again, here is my gift card holder. Just showing you so you can see it. Thank you. Okay, so now I have to show you, I'm going to show you the other one that I made for my clubs. Okay, so this is what I made for my club. So this is the Peaceful Place designer paper, obviously my favorite ribbon, and this is actually part of the pillow gifts, or pillow box dies. So that's from this. And then those are the decorative matte dots or something like that. You like the close-up workspace? Oh, it's so hard for me to see. What does everybody else think of that? I wish I just have a hard time staying on camera when I do that. Okay, so this is another one that I made. And then this is the one that I originally got as a swap. So totally the traditional colors and whatever. So there's that. Okay, then I have to show you my card. I'm guessing, I have to find the card. I'm guessing you'll be able to see it much better when it's up because there will be better lighting. Okay, so here is the card. Can you see the texture on it behind there? It's really sharp. When I love it when you have texture with white on white, or you know, it's the same color on there. So that's it. That's what I have to show you. So the Eden's Garden obviously can be used for Christmas. Sorry, I'm bumping this. That doesn't help anybody at all. Yeah, I like the wrinkle paper too. There we go. Now I can see comments up there. Yes, the cotton paper, and the cotton paper is going away. I like the close-up, but I can see where it would make it harder for you to work. I never had a problem seeing how you did it before. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for your input. I appreciate it. It's just hard figuring out what exactly I should do, but I feel like I have more control, like especially the flipping up and down. It's just a quick up and down when my goose is working, my gooseneck is working the right way. Okay, I'm getting all kinds of things up in my way. So Eden's Garden, the gems, the designer paper, and the cotton paper are gone after January 3. But the bundle itself is orderable in the next mini catalog. So that's something to keep in mind. There's, you can buy the whole collection with everything, or you can just buy pieces and parts right now. And the pill box, honestly, does anybody remember I feel like, but I could be wrong, the pillow box dies are retiring. They're on the last chance list, but I don't have it here. I didn't think to check it, but it seems like I remember it. Does any of my demonstrator friends remember? Oh, excuse me. I've never been a huge pillow box person, so I loved the idea of making it as a gift card holder instead of the pillow box. I think I got the dies on my incentive trip. It was one of our pillow gifts. So then I just decided needed to use it. Well, and then we used it for our retreat. So, excuse me. So, these snowflakes might also be something that are retiring. Hey, did you guys all notice these snowflakes? Look at the shape of the center. It's a dimensional, perfectly sized for a regular dimensional. So, you don't need adhesive, you don't need to get it all on the back of it. You can just put it in the center of it and you're all good. You get 24 of them in a package. So, that's all. Okay, did anybody have comments or questions or whatever? Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Okay, well, I guess I'm done. So, thank you so much for joining me. And make sure that if you want these Eden's Garden items, to get them before they're gone. Get them before, yeah, before the launch, pre-launch is done. Okay, have a wonderful day, and I will see you again next Wednesday. Bye.